case number.
Oh, yes. We're in the 36D, but don't tell anybody, okay? Don't shh.
Oh, he's just too cool for me. I can't even, I won't even be able to take it. Is he driving with the top down? What's going on right here, right now with your boss? What's going on?
Man, I wish I was that guy right there.
He's the man.
Is he driving with the top down? I just and the hat is not flying off, and he got a cup in it. He doing too much. Call him and tell him I'm putting him back in that room, and call him and tell him that the judge is on here clowning him. He got top down. His hat is staying in place. That was too much for me. Okay.
And I don't have electricity, so I'm just gonna step away from my device for 1 second.
I really like tell him and call him that the judge is clowning on him. Well played, Judge Bryant.
Okay, it's gonna be longer than a second, but okay. Thank you. Mr. Reed, I just want to ask a question.
Top down, summer in the city. Back in my getting black and pretty. I'm sorry, y'all.
Oh, you know what, y'all.
I can't wait to be like Mr. Reed, Judge.
Mr. Reed, I want to know, was the top down in the vehicle?
That's a little blood, sweat, and tears, yo.
Yes, Your Honor.
And then, but the hat didn't fly off. How, the hat don't fly off when the top is down?
I had my hats perfectly fitted to my head, so they stick to the stubbles. I don't have hair anymore. They stick to the stubble so the hat won't fly off.
Even when you're driving in a car with the top down.
This attorney is charming as hell. He just is. He really is. He's gotta keep sort of sucking up to her, but it's the right thing to do for his client, and he feels it in his heart. You'll see as this progresses. She goes on a rant. She's right, and he gets out of her way, and it's helping his client tremendously.
Now, probably was speeding. I mean, I'm just
real fast.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, I guess we all want to be like that when we grow up. This is Kate. All right. Today's the day set for review, Mr. Schiatti.
Judge, that's correct. The defendant was placed on probation on September 17th of last year. It would make it about a year later, and that's what was his term on probation. The probation department continues to be disappointed because the defendant is not in compliance. We had a review on April 18th. And at that time, it was adjourned till May 5th. We had another review. This court graciously gave him the benefit of reducing the monies owed from $920 for him to do 46 hours of community service and pay $460. Now, since that 4 months ago, we're here today for review. Those are the only two issues left. I've been in contact with the defendant a couple times. He knows that he had to do both, and he did pay the $460. But we
comply. He is.
We're here today for review. Those are the only two issues left. I've been in contact with the defendant a couple times. He knows that he had to do both, and he did pay the $460. But we don't have any proof of the community service. I looked at the notes. It looks like he didn't go through our department to schedule community service. He knows about it, but we don't have any proof of it. It's disappointing that Mr. Reed's got to keep defending this person for non-compliance unless he can show proof to the court that the defendant completed the 46 hours of community service.
Mr. Reed?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Schiatti is correct. He's been most gracious in terms of doing it. My client has tried to comply with the community service, but unfortunately, he's not been able to find any particular positions that would allow him to be able to comply. He is severely disabled. He's trying to work his way into it, and he's trying to imagine that he can do certain things, but then he finds out that he's not able to physically. So he's asking the court respectfully, I guess, just to pay fines and costs. I know the court was very kind in terms of giving him the option of doing community service, but he's not able to do it. He wants his mind wants to do it, but his body will not allow.
That's not the truth.
You don't think so?
I don't believe it. You said he's severely disabled and people out here was running with no legs. I mean, what do you mean? If we had an Olympic person that didn't even have legs, people out here, you when you watch the different things, people operating blind. We have a blind Supreme Court justice. We got people with no arms. We got people with no legs. I mean, listen, excuses. Oh my goodness. Excuses are the tools of the weak and incompetent. Those who use excuses build bridges to nowhere and monuments of nothingness. I didn't write the poem. I just recite the poem because it helps me not use excuses. He is not so severely disabled that he can't do community service. We could sit in a chair and do community service. We can do some stuff. We can go to the Capuchin Soup Kitchen and sit behind the counter and pour the coffee into the cups and do community service. Service is the rent we pay for the space we occupy. We're breathing on this earth. We can do some community service. Oh, yes, we can. Now, the only reason he has those community service hours is because, you know, he wanted me to convert them because he couldn't pay all the money. I don't like to play volleyball, nor do I play ping pong, nor do I play tennis. I play none of those sports. And you asking me to play one of them, to have this ball bouncing back and forth, pay the money, do community service. Come on and pull yourself together, because let me tell you what you can do.
You go ahead and talk.
You get ready. You want me to tell you what you can do?
I just had surgery 5 months ago.
I remember when I had surgery.
I can barely walk. I just started walking.
Don't talk when she's talking.
Oh.
I had surgery.
Listen to the court.
Go ahead and give me all these excuses. That's probably
The attorney is absolutely saving his client right now.
in the Houston. Go ahead, I'm listening. You had surgery. What's the other excuse? You had surgery. You could barely walk.
Excuses.
Don't talk when she's talking.
Oh, I'm my fault. I went down to the city, the 36th district, and paid the $400. And I've been trying to pay the money for. It wasn't on the files, so I called your courtroom. Had the lady put it in the computer so I could pay the money. I mean, I'm trying to get it together here. You know, like I said, I just started walking. I'm barely getting around, and I am in a lot of pain. I had 2 surgeries, so I'm not safe.
I have somebody who's getting ready to have surgery, and they was like, I think I'm only gonna try to be off for about a week, and then I think I'm gonna just try to push through and go back to work, and you know, I mean, I might be in some pain, but you know, I don't want the people to have to, you know, blah 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 blah. Then one of my colleagues had a stroke. He had a whole stroke, and then they released him from the hospital on Friday, and I saw him walking down the hall on Monday. I wanted to kick him in the back, but I couldn't because it's illegal. People who want to do stuff, they do it. People who don't want to do stuff, they find excuses. Ooh, I could barely walk. Ooh, I can be, ooh, my back hurt. Oh, my toe hurt. Oh, the corner of my toenail hurt. Oh, I got a headache. Oh, I got this. Oh, I got this right here. Oh, this is what's hurting. Let me tell you, you can keep on messing with me. But let me just let you know that probation, it was the alternative to jail.
Right.
And therefore, jail is the alternative to probation. Now, as much as I respect your lawyer, as much as I believe in him, as much as I think that he's probably trying to tell you the right thing to do or whatever, I will lock you up. I will lock you up, and they will put you on that medical ward. They'll mark your file medical, and they'll put you on the medical ward, and I won't even have to worry about whether you could do community service or not, whether you can get up and walk, whether you can make it to the comments. I won't have to worry about that, because that will no longer be my issue. So what we're going to do is we're going to stop making excuses, because we could sit in a chair and do community service. We could sit somewhere and stuff some envelopes for a nonprofit. We could sit somewhere and serve coffee to the seniors at the Capuchin Soup Kitchen. We could sit in a chair and pack boxes for the Forgotten Harvest. Oh, it's some community service that we can do. that does not require legs. It does not require standing. So what we're going to do is we're going to connect with Miss Green, and she's going to see what your restrictions may be in light of the fact that you might have to go to jail if you can't do this community service. She's going to check your restrictions, and then she's going to find an appropriate place for you to do community service. Otherwise, it's not going to be community service. It's going to be the alternative to probation. Now, I have people that come in here and they knock it out the ballpark. They come at the first review, they finish with everything. They want to hurry up and get off probation. Then I have some people who like coming to visit me. And they just keep on coming back until my patience wear out. Now, Mr. Seals, I'm a believer in grace and mercy. And every time you have come here, grace and mercy have been in the room. But I'm going to tell you that they're beginning to pack their bags. They're packing their bags. They're headed for the door. And then it's no longer going to be grace and mercy in this room with me. And when grace and mercy leaves the room, you go to jail. So you can keep on saying, I can't, I won't, I can't, my back hurt, my toe hurt. Take some Advil. Take some Tylenol. And let's get the community service done. Get a scooter, get a walker, get something else.
He used to ask him, can he pay today? You know, he has the money to pay, but
I don't want his money.
Okay, that's fine.
If y'all know something about me, money is the least thing that I'm concerned about on probation, because I don't fashion myself a collection agent. I hate when the police people call you trying to collect money.
That's right. The court is correct. I can't argue with you, Judge. That's the only problem I have in this courtroom is I can't argue with you.
For real, Mr. Reed.
I get paid to argue, but I can't argue with you.
Why not? You can argue.
It makes sense. And how do you argue with something that makes sense? I mean, I can't argue against that.
So
I'm
we
just myself. When can I have you at my church? Speak to the young people.
Whenever our schedules allow, Mr. Reed.
I want that to happen because you make sense.
All right.
Okay.
Now, how long is it going to take for Mr. Seals to get himself together enough to do this community service?
All I owe is 20 hours. I can do 20 hours. I mean, I could try to find somewhere to do 20 hours. I mean, but I had the cash to pay. I would like to. I
already said no to the cash. Don't ask me for the cash no more.
I'm trying to get things in order. And I mean, you know, I just want to get this case over. It's been almost 2 years.
Okay, answer her question. You answered yours. Her question is, how long is it going to take you to do 20 hours?
I have no idea. I don't know how they set up. I don't know. I really don't.
Mr. Schiotti.
Okay, yes.
Mr. Schiotti does not have any proof of any community service. Now, Mr. Seals is saying apparently he did 26 hours.
Yeah, I did at Focus Hope.
Did you submit the documentation?
Yeah, I sent it to Mr. Scotty, emailed it to him.
Judge, if I can respond to your request, is let's clarify things. So when we have the next review, we can all come to the same page, and hopefully that we can discharge the defendant properly. It's on the probation order to do 6 days community service. I don't want any confusion here. He completed that 6 days community service. I don't want Mr. Reed or the defendant to try to tie it in to the next batch of community service. The old community service has been done. We're happy. We're satisfied. It's the point that the court made on May 5th. He owed $920. Very simple. $460 cash, 46 hours community service. The issue is he needs to do 46 hours of community service. Now he can contact Ms. Green, and she perhaps he can play checkers and help people in a nursing home. I mean, the court made a very, very clear distinction that there's a lot of things to do that he could done. And we're hopeful that the defendant can comply by the next
I
review
did.
date.
Hush, you're not listening. That was on the other probation.
No, it wasn't. It was on this one.
Stop, Seals. Okay, Your Honor, so 46 hours he has to give. He understands that. Right, Mr. Seals?
Yes.
And how long is it going to take you to do 46 hours of community service or go to jail? How long?
I have no idea, but
No. We don't want to hear that.
Let me just explain.
I don't want to hear that. Nobody wants to hear that. You just have to say 46 hours. How long is it going to take you to do it?
Well, I'm gonna give him 6 more months to do it. I'm gonna set a review for 3 months.
3 months. Well, how long can you do it? Can you do it faster than that?
Yes, I can.
Well, when I ask you, let me say this to you. Let me say this. Now, listen here. I'm sick of you now. Now, when we sat up here and asked you, how long was it going to take you? You would not give us an answer. No, don't interrupt me. You interrupt me one more time, you going to jail for 46 days. Now, interrupt me one more time. We asked you several times, how long is it going to take you? Well, how much time do you need? How long is it going to take you? You would not give an answer.
I really need to Samuel L. Jackson say what one more time clip.
Now, when I gave an answer, now all of a sudden, that's not the time you want. Well, let me say this to you, Mr. Seals. Grace has left the room, packed up and left. You're going to do this community service. I'm going to set this review date. And if you haven't done the community service, Mercy is going to be gone as well, and you're going to jail.
We're sorry we wore the patience of this court, but this court is usually very patient. I understand that. So whatever date you give, Your Honor, will be done by Mr. Seals. Otherwise, he understands he's going to jail. Real
Court
clear.
is going to set a review date for Monday, December the 12th. Strike it. Strike that. Monday, December 19th.
19, right before Christmas. Okay. That's fine, Your Honor.
Yeah, he can help the good fellows and the good fellow dials and all that and whatnot.
That's good. This will be my last time appearing for him on the 19th. That's it for me.
You're welcome.
All right.
Anything further?
Nothing further. We appreciate you, Gordon. Please, Your Honor, you did a good job. Don't be mad and take it out on other people because of
I never do. I switch right back. Grace and mercy comes back. All right.
Thank you. We
You're
appreciate
welcome.
it. Bye-bye. Keep up the good work, too. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Judge. It was good seeing you, Mr. Reed.
Good seeing you.